All right. Manchez, let me hear
Yep.
you. What are you optimistic about the Giants as far as, the season, and pessimistic about as far as the season goes? I mean, I can name something for you that I'm looking for, but go ahead.
As far as the season, I ain't gonna put my hopes too high, but
What? Okay.
us starting out, we looking like we're gonna be like 10 times better than we was last year.
Mm.
10 times?
Yeah, like 10 times better than we was last year. Just from and like last year, what we won 6 games. So it's I say
So you gonna win 60 games?
nah, we probably win 9 or 10.
So I mean, say 10 times better. You the stat guy.
Yeah,
Hold
yeah,
on,
yeah.
hold
I
on.
know.
Let's also go back to him saying 9 or 10. You really think y'all gonna win 9 or 10?
Of
You
course,
got
we
four
just won.
losses just sitting between the top two of us.
How we beat the Eagles last year,
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
and we got something for
No,
y'all
why you
this
gotta
year.
bring up that again?
Cause he said we got 2 losses between the two of y'all.
You got me.
Oh yeah. I mean,
I'm just
Dallas
saying,
beat you twice and Washington beat you twice, right?
No, we
Or
beat
y'all
White. We
beat them?
swept Washington.
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying you should have at least 4 losses from the 3 teams up here. One of them ain't
No,
gonna get a win, but the other 2 should get at least 4 losses.
nah,
Oh, so
I
you
doubt it.
here we
I
go.
doubt it. I don't see it. Cause one, CeeDee just took America's team off his name on all social media. So we talk about that a little bit later.
We got it.
So you say 10 times better.
But wait, there's more. Hang on to your seat, baby, cause this one's a screamer.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to On the Rock Sports Talk Podcast, where we talk about basketball, football, baseball, college sports, fantasy football, and breaking sports news. Now let's join your host, Sergeant Peeps.
Yo. What's up? It's your boy Sergeant Peeps coming back at you with another episode on the Rock Sports Talk. We got the NFC East Round Table Part 3. And we got a Dallas Cowboy replacement from DC Tate. We got Dante in the building. Say what's up, Dante?
What's up? Lil John's finally back.
Okay, Lil John. I'm sorry. My bad.
I
Lil
mean, that's
John.
what they know.
Lil John. Okay. We got Lil John in the building. Hopefully it goes well for you because these other two guys, man, they prepared from last time. So you got a lot of catching up to do because we want to hear your perspective on the Cowboys. So be prepared, man, because they might got some questions, some tough questions for you.
That's fine. I'm gonna be biased. Go ahead.
All right, good to go. And we got my other boy back, Manchez, representing the New York Giants. You know what I'm saying? The man behind the stats. No matter how foolish or real they are, he got the stats from, we don't know where he get them from, but he gonna pull some out of his ass. What's up, man? Chad.
Just call me Shooter.
They gonna call you
shots.
Shooter?
I'm throwing shots.
We're gonna call you Shooter, but you know, y'all usually miss. I'm just
But you
Nah.
know, like Klay Thompson, hope for 10.
In his prime, yeah. Klay Thompson in his prime, yeah, that's about right.
Klay Thompson is prime. Okay. All right, well, can't wait to hear what you got to say. Now, last but not least, you got my boy Linwood down there representing the Washington Commanders, coming in last place last year. But hey, we'll see how he do in this sports talk right here.
What's happening?
I see. What's up, man?
What's happening? Yeah, we ready.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. We ready to roll in here. All right. Now I'm gonna get this started with this first question. You know what I'm saying? Now, Dante, since you new here, you want to go first? Or you want to go last? Because
I'm gonna go last. I want to hear what everybody's got to say.
all right. Manchez, let me hear you. What are you optimistic about the Giants as far as, the season, You know what I'm saying? And pessimistic about as far as the season goes. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I can name something for you that I'm looking for, but go ahead.
As far as the season, I ain't gonna put my hopes too high, but
What? Okay.
us starting out, we looking like we're gonna be like 10 times better than we was last year.
Mm.
10 times?
Yeah, like 10 times better than we was last year. Just from and like last year, what we won 6 games. So it's I say
So you gonna win 60 games?
nah, we probably win 9 or 10.
So I mean, say 10 times better. You the stat guy.
Yeah,
Hold on,
yeah, I
hold on.
know.
Let's also go back to him saying 9 or 10. You really think y'all gonna win 9 or 10?
Of
You
course,
got
we
4
just won.
losses just sitting between the top 2 of us.
How we beat the Eagles last year, and we got something for
No,
y'all
why you
this
gotta
year.
bring up that again?
Cause he said we got 2 losses between the two of y'all.
Oh yeah. I mean,
I'm just
Dallas
saying,
beat you twice and Washington beat you twice, right?
No, we
Or
beat
y'all
White. We
beat them?
swept Washington.
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying you should have at least 4 losses from the 3 teams up here. One of them
No,
can get a win, but the other 2 should get at least 4 losses.
nah,
Oh, so
I
you,
doubt it.
here we
I
go.
doubt it. I don't see it. Cause one, CeeDee just took America's team off his name on all social media. So we talk about that a little bit later.
We got
So you say 10 times better.
I say we're
Okay.
9-10 game. I mean, right now we looking good. I mean, we looking good. My number one receiver looking like a number one.
Who is your
So
number 1 receiver?
Malik Neighbors and my
Didn't he
offensive
start a
line.
fight at practice?
I mean, it was a lot of fights at practice.
Okay.
Mhm.
We had about 5 fights.
About 5.
Yeah, we got fined $200,000.
Yeah, I've seen it too.
200,000?
Hey, at least the
Like
Well,
attitude's there.
both teams
the
did.
organization or like players?
Yeah, the organization.
Okay.
Organization. And
Yeah, Malik can't afford that. Yeah.
what you mean?
$200,000 fine if that was only him.
I mean, it was only the 6th pick. He ain't getting paid that much.
I mean, he got like I'm pretty sure he got like a signing bonus. Like
Oh,
I
yeah.
ain't gonna put no number. He got a big signing bonus though.
Yeah,
But
it was taxed
in
too.
my offensive line, hell, they only get Aiden Hutchinson in joint practices this week. So I love that.
Okay.
Love
All
that.
right. What about the
My
second
defense,
part?
my my defensive line look good too. But the only my second cornerback, we gotta figure that out.
All right, I
My
got one question about your optimism.
what
Are you
about
optimistic about Daniel Jones at all?
Daniel Jones? Honestly, he has probably been the second best player during training camp.
Okay.
Oh, okay, okay,
Mm.
okay.
Look at Commanders down there. Look.
Whoa.
Like, whatever you want,
Hey,
let me know. Let me know.
nah, for real. Like I feel like he gonna exceed expectations this year.
You think
The
so?
expectations are already low, so it don't take much.
But
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
true.
you're
That's
right.
true.
Yeah, you're right. But that hell, I mean, after this year, I might not have a quarterback.
I
So
got one more question about optimism, just because
what's
of
up?
how our conversation went last year. You were very high on them running Saquon a lot, and that being like the key to your offense.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, who's gonna open it up for
Malik Neighbors.
Daniel
Now
Jones?
you gonna let you finish.
I'm talking for who's your running back?
Derek Singletary, Devin Singletary, and we got a
Cool,
rookie
cool,
too.
cool.
We got a couple rookies. And to be honest, Devin Singletary had 1,000 yards each of the like last 7 years. And each team he's been on went to the playoffs.
Okay,
And he
that's fair.
averaged more yards than Saquon the last 4 years.
That's hard to debate just because
I mean,
teams.
ain't no debate.
I'm just saying. Well, I mean, I
Yeah,
agree with that, but I'm
but
saying it's hard to like
well,
add a rebuttal just because.
nah. If you talking about
But
average, you talking about average more than Saquon though. He played with Josh Allen, so I mean that's could be
So that's the
considered.
thing.
And
He
then,
didn't run the ball.
and then I'm just saying. You talking about playing with Daniel Jones versus playing with Josh Allen? That's a whole different deal. And last year he played with my man State, who lit it up.
Yeah.
But
TJ.
what I'm saying with Josh Allen, they didn't run the ball like that. So that should tell you something. He averaged more yards than Saquon did.
I'm just saying that's there for the taking though. When you got Josh Allen, you got a run threat quarterback, and you got he throwing it over the top. They can't load the box up. How you gonna load the box up with that passing
But
game?
what I'm saying is they
They
didn't run the ball. They barely ran the ball.
I think that's what he's saying. They didn't have to run the ball as much. So when
No,
they
no,
was,
he's
it was
saying
kind of like,
he's saying that they was more focused on Josh Allen. So when they ran the ball, it was open. That's what he's saying.
it's almost
You
like
talking
that
about
change
your
of
per?
pace, kind of like,
You was talking about per carry. You was talking about per carry. So I'm saying per carry.
I'm talking per carry this season.
Right, but what I'm saying is, if he got a high yards per carry average playing with a Josh Allen who's a run threat at quarterback, and he going over the top, you can't load the box up versus Barkley, who defenses is keying on every down. They keying on Barkley. You know,
So Daniel
that's for
Jones not
sure.
a run threat.
come on,
But
man.
Daniel Jones isn't like a
No, let's be
passer
honest.
at the
No,
top that like Josh Allen is. Like,
Right.
let's be honest though. Is Daniel Jones not a run
You're
threat?
not preparing for Daniel Jones as a run threat the way you preparing for Josh Allen. You're not. Now,
I
he's
beg
a
to differ.
threat.
I'm pretty sure
You,
they prepare for him more as a run threat than a passer.
you talking about they got designed runs for Josh Allen. Daniel Jones,
We do
hey,
too.
Daniel Jones.
And he
Okay,
can
you talking
break
about zone
tackles
read,
too.
but I'm talking about. I mean, they running up the gut with Josh Allen, Cam Newton style. I mean,
Yeah.
that's.
Big
I mean,
boy.
come on, that's not even comparable when you talk about run threats.
So who did Devin play for before he was at Buffalo?
or he was
Oh
at
no, yeah,
Buffalo.
what was he before
Yeah,
Buffalo? Because he was Buffalo for a
I
minute.
don't know who drafted him. Plus, you got to think about also Saquon was running behind what, the 30th ranked offensive line in the league.
yeah.
That had something to do with it too. So he
And
wasn't a threat.
and keep the buck.
Nah, but I ain't even gonna say like I think it's he was hurt too also.
But man,
But as
but,
far
but
as
man, keep it a buck. In the off season, you was not saying, man, we can let Saquon go because I think we can get Devin Singletary. I mean, come on.
no, I didn't know. Why would I say that? Who in their right mind would say that?
I'm saying, but then he like, that was averaging more than Saquon. We was having more than Saquon. He had a better season.
I mean, I didn't know who was on our radar when we still had Saquon. So why would I even come out and say that? That don't make sense.
Okay.
I also want to point out real quick, he only averaged 0.3 yards more than Saquon this past year.
More is more.
And less touchdowns. I mean, you could run up down the field all you want.
Let him have it because he.
I mean, you're right.
I mean,
Let him have it.
Saquon got to run the ball on a defense with no Daniel Jones at that. However good you
How
say
many
Daniel Jones is,
carries? How
the
many
backup
more
quarterback
carries he
was
had?
in.
How many more carries he had?
Who, Daniel Jones or Saquon?
No, Saquon and who had more carries?
Yeah, give me a second. I'll give you that
Well,
information.
Singletary probably played more, right? Was
Yeah, but
Barkley hurt
like
last year?
each time he was never in the running system though.
But basically, you
So
saying you
Barkley at
confident in y'all
247.
run game now. You got some confidence in that.
Yeah,
Okay.
my offensive line better. Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Oh, man, I got some questions about that too. You know what I'm saying? I seen something, man. I just before we go to something. I seen on your depth chart. I didn't even see Evan Neal on your depth chart. Where is he at?
So he hurt right now, and I think all along they had my man from the Raiders taking his spot at right tackle anyway. So they said he gonna have to. If when he come back, he ain't gonna be given the job.
Okay. Good
And
go.
to be honest, go ahead.
No, go ahead, because I'm.
And my man Jermaine, he held his own in the 800 like all training camp, all the two joint practices we had. He
He had his own.
looked comfortable at right tackle.
Well, I mean, that's a good thing, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. My offensive line is definitely better.
Okay. Good to go. Well, Washington Commanders.
Um,
What are you optimistic about? You know what I'm saying, for the season? I already know what you go ahead and talk about it, man, because that's talking. I heard seeing you on your text, man. But go ahead and shoot your shot, bro.
Optimistic. I mean, well, ain't I mean we can't go nowhere but up after what we done displayed the last 20 years. So I'm definitely optimistic that we're gonna be better than that and better than last year. But in particular, I'm optimistic that we finally got a franchise quarterback. Even when we was winning Super Bowls back in the 80s and 90s, we didn't do it with a franchise quarterback. So I'm excited about Devin. Excited about Jaden Daniels. He gonna start this Saturday, so we're gonna see what's popping outside the practice field when the lights come on a little bit. Um,
Okay.
I think we got some weapons to surround him with. I think the offensive line is a little underrated. Even though we banged up right now in camp. But I also think Dan Quinn gonna have that defense much improved. We was the worst defense in the league last year, the worst. So if we make any,
Worse than us?
we was ranked last in defense
Oh, okay.
in a lot of categories too, scoring, offense, yards, whatever. So Dan Quinn, I mean, the addition of him and Joe Wynn Jr., we can't go nowhere but up. So you got an improvement on
That's true.
defense. If it's proven that we found a franchise quarterback, you got new ownership. Shoot, if we come out with a winning record, compete for a wild card spot, and it's obvious that Jaden is the guy, I mean, what more can I ask for? So I'm highly optimistic about that. I'm not I'm not predicting a Super Bowl like Manchez over there, but you know, I'm feeling good coming off these last 20 that we looking up.
I got a question. Well,
Yes,
for the
sir.
record, Bobby said that, not me.
Okay, okay.
Uh,
You
so
agree. You agree.
you said your defense, Dan Quinn gonna have it, because the stuff I was seeing, your cornerback been getting roasted the all day today.
Let's talk about it. You talking about a joint practice in New York in the rain, and the roster you talking about is somebody on the depth chart that's literally the fourth string quarterback. Like he really not even third
That's
string.
true.
He's really not even third string because you look at it, we starting like you know two corners and a slot, and this dude is like third behind the top corner situation. Yeah, he's disappointment. We drafted him first last year. It was a bust. Every single one of Ron Rivera's picks were bust. Every single last one of them. But we're not relying on him. He's third or fourth on the depth chart. So yeah, go ahead, cook away.
Yeah, I'm looking at the depth chart. He first. He's
No,
the
he's
left
not.
cornerback.
I'm
Nah,
looking at depth
nah,
chart. He's not first.
Emmanuel
nah.
Ford,
I'm
he
looking.
definitely the left cornerback.
He's not
I'm
first.
looking at it right
They
now
got
on my own
Ben St.
team's
Just.
website. He is not first. No.
On
Yeah, it's Mike
ESPN, they have him
Davis.
first.
I'm looking at my
They got
team's
No, he's
website.
not
Who
first.
does the depth chart? ESPN or the team? Is Stephen A doing my depth chart?
I'm looking
Is
at
that what's going on?
Washington.
Stephen A
y'all
doing my
got
depth chart now?
y'all got Benjamin St. Jude, and then y'all got him
Again, you're looking
starting.
And we
at
got Mike Davis.
ESPN. Last time I checked, Jeremy Fowler didn't do teams depth chart. I'm looking at the Washington Commanders website. I mean,
I
Yeah.
didn't know y'all had a website. I didn't even know Washington had a website.
See, here you go. Come on, bro. See that you can't keep it a buck, bro. You
come on now.
I just said what I'm looking, what I see. That's all I'm saying. What I
Yeah,
see.
that's ESPN, man. That's ESPN. Nah, we put out a what Coach Quinn said is unofficial depth chart. We're going into the Jets game. This is the depth chart you're gonna see. This is the starters, then second string, and pulling up
So,
the rear in the
so
fourth quarter.
why he was going against why he was going?
Because we talking about practice, dog. He probably went up against a lot of different receivers. It's practice.
I mean, y'all. Well, I'm saying y'all in 11-on-11,
Yeah, it's
first team.
again, it's practice. You got different personnel groups. And they might want to see how he stack up. Why not? It's practice.
I mean, normally when we do 11-on-11, our first team go against their first team go against our
But
first
man,
team.
you acting
That's how we do. That's how we do
but
practice. Huh?
but you acting like But you acting
I
like
guess
you
it's what
seen,
y'all was
but you acting like you
now.
seen every minute of that joint practice to see who went up against who. You plugging some highlights from Twitter. Come on, dog. It's practice, and it's an hour and a half. You think he didn't go up against nobody else, or my other corners wasn't on the
I mean,
field against their starters ever?
I'm pretty sure they were. I'm pretty sure they got roasted too.
Hey, and if they did, again, it's practice.
But you was just talking about how Jaden Daniels looked so good in practice.
No. I said Jaden Daniels looking sharp in practice, and we can talk about it. But I wasn't saying that to say this is some type of predictor for the future. We talking about a rookie quarterback who ain't played a snap going against the Jets, who, come on, if you know anything about what's going on in the NFL right now, they got a championship defense. A championship defense.
In practice.
No. I ain't talking about practice. I'm talking about in real life. Like the year before Aaron Rodgers came there, the reason why they was predicting a Super Bowl when Aaron Rodgers got there was because of that defense. So you add Aaron Rodgers to that defense, they was talking Super Bowl. So I mean,
But they
whatever
got
he did up against,
everybody they had.
hey,
So we talk about practice.
the Jets could be booty, or the Jets could be the number one defense in the league. Again, I'm not saying this is some type of predictor of what's going to happen in the season, but even in this practice today, where you saying we got cooked or whatever, Jaden looked sharp. Receivers were dropping balls, is wet out there, whatever. I'm just saying he
I mean,
looking sharp. He's not stealing the ball over guys' heads. I'm saying he looking sharp. He's playing a position. He getting guys in the right position.
I mean 11 on 11, he was what, 7 for 15 for 25 yards?
7 for 15 with 25 yards in practice. What are you saying? I mean, what's the point?
But
What
I
are you
know that's
saying?
what we talked about. When you just about practice, I'm saying what he went in practice.
Right. Okay.
You just said he was sharp in practice. I was just giving you his numbers from practice from 11 on 11 today.
Yeah, numbers that you've seen on Twitter from a joint practice against the Jets is not a predictor of anything. I
I
mean,
just said what you said he looked sharp in practice, so I just felt to give his numbers that he had in practice.
no. When I say you look at sharp practice, first of all, you're referring to a text I made yesterday, and the joint practice was today. So come
No,
on,
I'm
let's
referring
not
to what you just
mislead.
said
Let's not
about him
mislead
looking
people.
sharp in practice.
Right. I was referring
I thought
to
what you just
because you first brought up what I said about practice when I guess when I said, oh, hey, we talking about practice, and you tried to rebut my words at me from but you said Jay Daniels look sharp at practice. Yeah, I was referring to training camp so far and a text that I made yesterday.
Oh,
Today
okay.
was a
Yeah,
joint
yeah,
practice,
yeah.
and I'm not even saying he didn't look sharp in the joint practice. 7 for 15 for 25 yards in the joint practice against the Jets does nothing to me to say, oh, he was bum status or whatever. You try things in practice. I mean, you talking about it's raining. You got this guy against this guy that might not even be the matchup that you're gonna see in a game. There's no kind of game plan or nothing like that. That means nothing to me that he was 7 for 15 and for 25 yards in a joint practice against the Jets. I
I mean,
mean,
of course, it don't mean nothing to you because you're a fan, but anybody else looking at it mean a lot.
it can mean the world to anybody else. But I see you in September. How about that? I see you in September with that nice crispy 20.
Hello?
How about that?
I mean, y'all ain't beat us in 3 years, so okay.
Facts. And that's what put us in the position to draft a guy like Jaden Daniels that's gonna haunt your ass for the next 20 years.
What make you think that? Because his college resume, or because of practice?
Because there's a very smart guy that I know at work named Manchez Campbell that wanted him so bad, we just happened to pick before y'all.
But that
So
ain't my question. Do you talking about his college resume or what he doing in practice?
no. Okay. To answer your question seriously, this is what he did in college. I mean, people get drafted for what they did in college. So of course, the guy
He
coming
gonna
off
be.
a Heisman season where you talking about he was a prolific passer and to take your heart from your chest as a runner and put that offense and that team on his back and won some big games against the likes of Alabama. Yeah, I'm excited
You
about
know
that.
what? That sound like, kind of like Baker Mayfield.
No. It sounds like hundreds of guys that came out of college. Hundreds of guys that came out
Exactly.
of college.
That don't fail.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
We
And then
gonna
you
get
got
back with
people
him. I
like
miss.
Dak Prescott who don't lose to the Giants. It's crazy, right? It's wild.
Yeah, that he he was also like what
Fourth
round
round.
that was it fourth. I mean, I
But see,
can't take no away from that.
we've seen Daniel Jones for the last 4 years. We've actually seen that. So when you start asking questions like, what makes you think? Well, I mean, when I've seen Daniel Jones in the blue, I gotta say, what makes you think? We've actually
Anytime
seen
you
him.
see Daniel Jones, anytime you've seen Daniel Jones, he put 300 passing yards.
Unfortunately, y'all only played the sorry Washington Commanders twice.
I'm just saying, you said when
Unfortunately,
I see him, and
hey,
I'm saying the time you seen
you
him.
right.
If you base it off the time you seen him, he'll be an All Pro, goddamn Super Bowl champion based off the time you seen
But
him.
I don't only watch. I'm not only watch the Commanders as the G-man. I watch, I watch football. So I see things like him trip over air on his way to on his way to a would-be
Wide open
touchdown.
running down the field.
You know,
Who's that again?
you say who was it against? Oh,
Yeah.
I don't recall. I just got that picture of
Well,
clumsy guy.
I can you see that? You seen that in the media. You didn't watch the game. You seen that in the media. But okay,
No, I said I don't recall. I don't recall. That's all I recall is
it's different
got tripped.
between you watching the game and seeing something on ESPN.
Oh,
As in like
so
to judge like the quarterback and how they're playing.
Yeah, you can't judge the quarterback off of you see some. Cause of course the media, we in New York. Of course the media gonna take every little shot, every little thing bad. But when Daniel Jones do good, I promise you don't see nothing about Daniel Jones.
I mean, you're saying where I saw that. That happened in the actual game. You just sat here and reported to me what you didn't see
Yeah,
in a practice from Jaden Daniels. You just said you just reported a whole practice to me. I'm talking
but
about
we
this
all
happened
see
in
it
the
on the
game.
same spot
This happened
in
in the
the
game.
media. We all see it in the media. We see all this stuff for the media. Cause I don't watch y'all games unless we play. Yeah, because I don't have reason to.
Okay.
I'm not gonna sit and lie and say I watch all y'all games. I
Hey,
don't. I see it in
facts.
the media.
Facts. We've been terrible for 20 years. Watch the next 20.
I mean, I don't watch nobody. The next 20.
Yeah, watch the next 20. Watch.
I feel that. I
Mhm.
feel that, man. All right, man. All
But
right.
I am pessimistic
Now let's
about
switch
since
it.
oh, I didn't know if you was on the pessimistic part yet. My bad.
No, go ahead. He never did answer, but go ahead. Go ahead.
He ain't pessimistic about the thing. They got the best cheerleaders in the
Mm-hmm.
league. They got the best stadium. Their popcorn
Yeah.
tastes the best. All that. But no, I'm pessimistic about that O line. We banged up and we wasn't the greatest O line to begin with. But we drafted a guy that we thought maybe we got lucky on at left tackle, and now he a little banged up. Um, the best
Mm.
the best offensive lineman we got. I don't know what kind of illness he got, but he been out of practice the last 5 practices and didn't practice today. So I'm a little pessimistic about that. Pessimistic as um Manchaz alluded to, that secondary. I'm hoping that they get coached up, by Joe Witt Jr. and them, and play a little bit above what we've seen last year and now even in today's Super Bowl for practice. But I'm hoping that we can overcome that with an easy schedule. And again, if we find out that Jay is the man, if we squeak into a playoff, maybe get put out first round, whatever, hey, I'm standing ovation.
So you expect
Yeah.
them to succeed behind the offensive line?
I mean, it depends on
I
what.
know y'all down 3 people. Y'all down 3 people now,
Yeah,
but
yeah, we
y'all
banged up.
led the league in sacks last year.
I mean, like I said, I'm
And
pessimistic
y'all got
about
a
the
Jew,
offensive
y'all got
line.
a left tackle. That's what I'm saying. You expect the quarterback to succeed behind that?
I mean, it depends on what you define success. I'm talking about when it's obvious that he's the guy. Patrick Mahomes, his first 2 years, he played behind a terrible offensive line, and it showed. And they rebuilt that line for him. But in those 2 years, it was still obvious that Mahomes is the guy. They just wasn't ready to win Super
Yeah,
Bowls
but
yet. But it was obvious that Mahomes was the guy, but he played behind that terrible offensive line. They couldn't make nothing happen against good defenses. They got exposed to good against good defenses, but it was obvious Mahomes is the guy. And so that's what I'm saying. If
So
it becomes obvious Jaden is the guy, it don't necessarily mean we're gonna win a Super Bowl or nothing like that. And we might struggle against some good defenses when it comes to protecting them. But it still can be shown that, hey, this guy's got, hey, Andrew Luck played behind one of the worst lines in history and got banged up every week for it.
hold
But it
on.
was obvious.
Andrew Luck different though.
I'm just saying.
Andrew Luck is
No, no,
different.
no. But my point is, it was obvious that he was the guy, even playing behind a bad offensive line. That was your question. Do I think that he can succeed behind a bad offensive line? I'm saying depends on what you define success as. I'm saying I define success as if it's obvious this dude is the guy, and it's possible because I just cited examples where you had bad offensive lines, but it was obvious at the end of the season, hey, this guy gonna do some things. If they correct that offensive line, if they invest in it, if they draft a couple, things here, throw some money at it there, hey, that Mahomes line got rebuilt in 2 years, and that dude was winning Super Bowls. So yes, to answer your question.
So okay, no, Patrick Mahomes sat behind Alex for how many years? Patrick Mahomes' first year starting. What they do this first year he actually started?
The first year he started, they lost in the playoffs, but it was obvious he was the guy from jump. This dude had like the
Yeah,
first,
'cause
first
they
three.
made it to the playoffs.
Yeah, he made it to the playoffs. He made it to the playoffs behind a terrible offensive line. He was one of the most sacked quarterbacks that year and a little bit more the year after that. But once they had that offensive line rebuilt, I, then they started winning. And I don't mean winning as in terms of like making the playoffs. Yes, they made the playoffs the first year. I'm talking about they started winning Super Bowls and defenses couldn't bully him and push him around anymore like the Patriots did. But anybody will tell you that offensive line it had to be rebuilt, and they did it. They flipped it with draft picks and free agency.
I just pulled up some numbers because we talking about Patrick Mahomes. And you compared the success to Patrick Mahomes out the fifth line. So his second year, he threw for 5. And make sure this right. I don't want to say nothing.
Let's assume he threw for 10,000 yards. Okay, what's your point?
So you think Jay Daniels gonna be able to do that? You said Patrick
We
Mahomes
don't
behind
know
the
what
offensive
Dave.
line.
We don't know what he gonna do. He ain't even
I
started
know.
the first
I'm
game
not
yet,
saying,
man.
but he said he got high hopes about him, and I asked him questions about offensive
There's nothing
line,
wrong with having high hopes for your
and he
quarterback,
compared
bro.
he compared it to Patrick Mahomes
No,
behind his offensive
no.
line.
What I said is,
He
if
comparing the
it becomes
situation.
obvious that he's
I
the
know
guy,
that's what I'm saying.
I didn't say if he throws for 5,000 yards or whatever Patrick Mahomes threw for. I said if it becomes obvious that he's the guy. You've seen quarterbacks where it wasn't a whole lot of team success, but you said, you know what, they got them something there. I mean, come on, Herbert, they didn't make the playoffs this first year, but everybody said, "Up, they got them a winner." Hey, they got the one right there. Lawrence, when he first came in, had a terrible rookie season, and then even his second season when they made the playoffs, it's not like the line was protecting him like that, but it's obvious that he was the guy. And my point is, if it becomes at the end of the season obvious that Jaden Daniels is the man, even if the narrative is if they put an offensive line around that guy, dot. Okay, I'm cool with that. I just need to know I got a
So that's what I'm
franchise
saying.
quarterback, and we competitive. We in the hunt.
So that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm trying to figure out at what point do you say, okay, that's the guy.
I tell you what, it certainly ain't pulling out a stat sheet and saying, "Oh, you know what? He got the same amount of yards as Patrick Mahomes did
So if
when
you
he was the
saying,
guy."
so you saying if he don't have an offensive line or no weapons, you can still say he the guy, but he just ain't showed it, right?
No. I wouldn't say that. First of all, I don't think that he don't have anywhere. I think he has weapons. I'm saying if they, come on, you watch football. If the guy has some promising performances, if the offense, if he's driving the ball up and down the field, he's got some clutch moments, but you know they're not able to get enough victories to be considered a Super Bowl contender. And let's say he's getting touched up 4 or 5 times a game as far as getting sacked and things of that nature, and the offense look like they're struggling, you can present that picture, but still get enough plays out of your quarterback to show that this guy's the guy for the future. It's happened numerous
So
amount of times. Numerous amount of
so
times.
you know
Deshaun
quarter,
Watson when he first came in.
quarterbacks have learning curve. So how long of a learning curve you think they would give a quarterback that like don't have offensive line, may not have as many weapons?
How many
How
years did they
long?
give Justin Fields? That'll give you an answer right there.
I feel like that's different. They didn't even have faith in Justin Fields. They threw his ass out of there.
I'm
What?
saying they didn't even try though from the beginning. Like they
That's what
didn't
that's
give
what
him.
I'm saying. I don't think that was just that organization. I'm talking about organization where you think you might have you a quarterback. How
He's the
long does it
second
take
overall
you?
pick though, right? So
Yeah, yeah.
they confident they got their guy.
Especially
No,
if you're
that's
doing
what
that,
I'm
yeah.
saying.
I
So
don't think they expect him to be successful. Like they probably hope he's successful, but a rookie quarterback like that probably gonna have to. His offensive line is, I think, is you know
the key to the
they
success.
kind of hurt right now. But
but
if they was to keep their head above water and they have a great running game with what's his name, Ezekiel, what's his name, him and Brian Roberts.
oh, Brian,
If a rookie have a
you
good,
talking about um um Arthur Eckler?
yeah, him.
Oh
If
yeah.
they got him and Brian Roberts helping with their running game
I
and
mean
his
Terry McLaurin.
offensive line,
Come
keep
on.
it.
I
Scary
want to say
Terry.
You
I'm
never
just
know.
curious as to
But here's
your offensive line bad and you got a quarterback. Like how long do you give him in that situation?
here's
Say for instance, y'all have a bad year this year, right? And next year y'all have another bad year. Then next year after that y'all fix offensive line. It take y'all a couple years to fix offensive line,
Is he
and then y'all
producing during these 2 years?
that's what I'm saying. If
this is
at what
okay.
point do you like?
Okay, okay. You're asking me at what point do you either cut ties or you say, okay, we got the guy despite the record or whatever. I mean,
Yeah,
these things have been discovered the first year. Like I said, I listed examples of guys where the team didn't even make the playoffs, but it was obvious to everybody through the quarterback's play that he was the guy. But it's crazy to me that the person who's asking me this question just paid a dude 100 million and is still
and that's what
wondering
I'm
if
getting
that's the
at.
guy.
And that's what I'm getting
We
at.
still wondering
That's what
if
I'm
that's
getting
the
at.
guy, and y'all just paid him 100 million. They got on
But
national
that's what I'm
TV.
getting at.
They got on national
That's what I'm
TV.
getting at. What
Hold
I'm
on,
saying is, you
one
just
more
said
point,
offensive line.
one more point.
No,
Your
no,
organization,
hold on. No, I
Okay,
gotta
one
finish.
at
You
a
just said
time. One at a
offensive line.
time.
okay?
You just said offensive line. Is fucked up. James Jones ain't had offensive line until this year.
Okay.
He ain't had no weapons
Well, we
until
still
this
don't know
year.
if he got an offensive line. Come on
But that's
now,
what I'm
we
saying.
still
So at
don't
what
know.
point? So if
You
you go
can't say
if
that.
you go, that's what I'm saying. So if James Daniels go 3 years behind the offensive line, a bad offensive line, and then the fourth year they give him a line, and you sit behind over, this is year.
Okay.
How's that different than Daniel Jones right now?
I didn't know that you were speaking.
That's what I'm getting
I
at.
didn't know that you were speaking in the
I know, because
context.
if you did, you'd have went negative.
Okay.
But see, you didn't know, so you kept going with the narrative of no having no offensive line and all that other shit.
No.
That's what I'm
Let
What
saying.
I'm
me
saying is,
respond.
I didn't know that you was going with the context of 3 or 4 years, because in my mind, no, I'm not waiting no 3 or 4 years for anything. I mean, coaches get fired sometimes, and I think it's ridiculous. But coaches get fired sometimes after a season. No, I'm thinking, like I said, if we in the hunt for a wild card berth this year, I'm pleased. Next year, I need to see some improvement on that. Next year, I need to see some improvement on that, which would be, in my mind, a contender. So I'm
So
not
is the
looking at
third, like his
failure
third
after
year?
4 years.
We're talking strictly quarterbacks, right?
Yeah.
Well, if you're talking,
Like I said,
if we,
you could be trash every year and have a good quarterback. Like that's what you were trying to say early on, I believe. Like,
Yeah, Herbert. He
right.
is not.
but
He's a good
I think
quarterback.
this whole argument is like a loop.
Yeah,
You know,
it's going nowhere.
No, but
But
what I'm saying, he was saying like when he was talking, it was like a situation Dan Jones. And Dan Jones went to the playoff game. He went to the playoffs and won the playoff game his third year behind a trash offensive line.
yeah, he's basically New York's version of Trevor Lawrence. Like they played 4 years each. They got
Yeah,
like the similar
and they had the
stats.
same record. Him, Justin Herbert too. They had the same record
I
through them
wasn't
4 years.
comparing Jaden Daniels to Daniel Jones. If Jaden Daniels ends up anything like Daniel Jones, I mean, I might slip my wrist. What I was saying was I only brought y'all in the case because you was the one asking me how long are we gonna put up with mediocrity, and I'm saying I don't know. Maybe I should ask the guy who paid the guy 100 million and got on national TV and said, We won Jaden Daniels. Maybe I should
That's what
ask
I'm
that
saying.
guy.
Like he can't be buying into one situation that don't have he ain't never had an offensive line, so you can't take that and be like, oh, he trash and say, oh well, my quarterback offensive line don't get fixed for the next couple of years.
I
Then
never
he
said he
might
was
still be
trash.
our guy.
I never said he was trash. I just said the guys who paid him
Yeah,
$100 million,
I did.
the guys who paid him $100 million got on national TV and strategized about how to get my quarterback. That's facts.
Guys,
That's on
we
Go
HBO.
can't
ahead, Bobby.
spend all night on y'all's quarterbacks,
Go
okay?
ahead,
We
Bobby.
got other teams in here, all right? Because y'all gonna be going at it all night, all right? But I get it. I get it. You know, y'all teams don't like each other. I get it. You
At
know what I'm
all.
saying? But,
I mean, I don't like
you
none of
know,
y'all.
Thank you.
oh,
I was about to
okay,
say the
good.
same thing.
That's good to go. That's good to go. But I get what both of you saying. You know what I'm saying? But as far as Washington goes, you know, we don't know what they got yet until the regular season starts. I don't even know if he playing. Is he playing Saturday, Jaden Daniels?
Yes, he's
Is he
starting.
playing?
Yeah, he's starting.
Okay, so he's gonna start.
Yep.
You know, he's gonna get some reps.
Yep.
You know, that's
He'll get
how
like a
all
drive
start.
in.
Because I didn't know C.J. Stroud was gonna do what he did last year. If their whole
If
team, I mean,
anybody could get a CJ Stroud, you win it.
yeah, you know what I'm saying. I mean, the dude was lights out. You know what I'm saying. So he might got that, or he might got somebody else.
What's the Patriots
That was
quarterback?
ass,
Oh,
like
Drake
a
May?
Justin Fields. Yeah,
No,
we don't know yet, but we gonna
Mac
see. We
Jones. Yeah,
gonna
you could get a
see.
Mac Jones.
Oh,
Yeah, you could get that. You know what I'm saying? Even though Mac Jones made the playoffs, you know, his first year. I mean, he did. He took him to the
Based
playoffs.
on
He did.
defense, but yeah.
But anyway, that's that. He still was ass, but still they made the playoffs.
Based on defense, yeah, good.
Yeah. All right. Now we're gonna get to the Eagles. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get to me, optimistic. Okay, that's what everybody want to hear. You know what I'm saying? Not what y'all talking about. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm optimistic about. You know what I'm optimistic about? Motherfucker, Kellen Moore. He is doing fucking awesome with my offense. And my quarterback is, I mean, he controlling that offense. He ain't throw the interception all training camp. I mean, hey, and I got a big head right now. You know what I'm saying? And no matter the reports coming out about Nick Sirianni and Jalen Hurts relationship,
I definitely
nobody
was gonna
think
ask
that's
about that.
last year.
Yeah, I was
That's
too.
last year. War on the bridge, like Jalen Hurts said. You know what I'm saying? He don't know what this shit gonna hold between them two. You know what I'm saying? That's what he said. He was like, "Hey, shit happen all the time." You know what I'm saying? With coaches and players. You know what I'm saying? But guess what? Winning heals everything. And that's what we gonna do. We gonna be winning, baby. We gonna be winning. I'm telling y'all. I mean,
But
this offense looking great. What I'm optimistic about this offense, this motion, getting people open. Devontae Smith, he moving him around everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Now, I am pessimistic about the wide receiver 3 because Campbell kind of hurt, and Anais Smith, he been dropping balls. He pretty much a no-show in camp. Still, he probably make the team, but he ain't, you know what I'm saying, what we thought he was going to be. But I will tell you this, one thing to watch out for is Wilson from Florida State. 6'7" wide receiver, tall. He
Six
might
foot
get that
seven.
slot, that wide receiver 3. Huh?
6'7"?
Yes.
Woo.
Oh, yeah. 6'7", homeboy. Yeah, dude doing his thing. He been getting first team reps because Campbell been hurt with his groin. So optimistic about that too. You know what I'm saying? You notice I ain't saying about the defense.
who
You
is
know,
it? You said
defense,
Zach
I'm just
Campbell?
hoping. Huh?
Is it Zach Campbell?
Zach Campbell?
Yeah,
Paris
never mind.
Campbell.
Paris
Paris
Campbell.
Campbell.
Okay,
Yeah.
From
He
Ohio
was
State.
playing with the Giants and yeah.
yeah. I know what you're talking
But
about.
but yeah. And my quarterback, I'm go back to Jalen Hurts. He looked faster. You know what I'm saying? Because reports were he was hurt last year, but they say he looking great. Saquon Barkley, I'm optimistic about him too because he said their offensive line, he never had nothing like it. And you know what I'm saying? The more reps he get, he said he feel like he gonna break loans. And plus, the most important thing what the coach said is he can block. What I mean by that is if what's a blitz, you know what I'm saying, he can pick up a block. And also the rookie from Clemson. Hey, the boy, he doing pretty good in count. Even though he's still gonna be our third running back, he need to work on, you know what I'm saying,
Don't do
picking
that.
up the blitz. Huh?
Don't do that.
What'd you say?
Like, he act like he was sick when you said about Clemson. I said, don't do that.
Yeah, he went to South Carolina, so he hate
Oh, that
Clemson.
is Wednesday. Yeah, I'll be sick too.
Yeah. But like I said, man, hey, that Jalen Hurts. Another thing about Jalen Hurts, something that came up with, I didn't know what I learned yesterday is after he played the Giants in the offseason, he guess who he called on the Giants staff?
I mean, I know. I don't
Wink,
know. They know.
wink. Your defensive coordinator for last year, Jalen Hurts called him, asked him about, you know what I'm saying, like
How
what
we
can he
kicked
do
your ass.
different? Huh?
He asked him what we did to kick your ass.
No, he asked him about the blitzing thing. Anybody about
That's what I'm
kicking your ass?
saying.
'Cause we kicked your ass the first time. See the thing? Why y'all always gotta go there, man?
No,
But
I'm saying that's why
anyway,
he called because he was curious as what he was doing is the keep him tied down basically. Like, can we make
no.
can we make y'all look kind of, we ain't
No,
gonna get in
Tampa
that.
Bay made us look kind of. No, it wasn't y'all. Y'all just beat
We
us.
ain't,
You know, you won the game, bro. Let it go, man. You
you
that
said
happy y'all
I'm just
beat us,
saying
man.
I'm just saying why he called our old defensive coordinator because he was trying to figure out what he was doing to stop it.
Stop blitzing. Period. Not y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because he was let go from y'all. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't. Y'all moved on. But anyway, and also, as far as my defense goes, I don't know what we're gonna do with your boy. Bradbury. I mean, he
First off, it's not my boy. That's
that
your
is your
boy.
boy because y'all gave it
That's
that
your
sorry
boy.
bastard. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if we're gonna trade him or we're gonna keep him. I mean, that's a high price for for a
So
safety, man, to
safety.
be coming out the bench and not playing on special team because he's slow as hell. You know what I'm saying? But
You don't lost a step.
yeah, but we kind of slim at safety right now. You know what I'm saying? Cause CJ Gardner Johnson went down again with a shoulder. Sidney
The
Jones
one,
already coming back from Achilles.
the
He
rookie,
might
he
not be
banged
ready
up too,
to.
honey.
Huh?
The
Who?
rookie, he banged up too, honey.
Yeah, he out for what, 2 more weeks? Yeah, and that's another one. So your boy getting his reps in, but we'll see, man. But I pretty much love my team, man. That's all I gotta say. And
Let me ask
I
you.
think we're gonna finish in first place.
Let me ask you
Huh?
something, Sarge.
Go
So,
ahead,
so I
man.
was
Go ahead.
surprised to hear you sing the praises of Kellen Moore when not that he's a scrub, but from an
Hmm.
opponent's view, if it's one of your coordinators that scare me, for me it's Vic Fangio. Because Vic Fangio will turn the
Okay.
defense around I mean, like that. And Kellen Moore, I really haven't really seen where he's, really, I mean,
Don't
his
look at
defense I
Dallas.
thought was formidable with some trouble. To be honest with you, I mean, he's had talent
But see,
in other places and
Well,
didn't do much.
well, I get
reports.
that. I mean, Dallas was like number one offense when he was there. You know, even though
But
they
look
had
at
a
our
better
weapons.
offense last year, but I mean, we're not gonna act like they didn't have number one offense. Two, you know what
Okay.
I'm saying? Last year we was second to last in freaking motion sets or anything. We didn't send and confusing defense. And that's what I wanted to do more of that. And I knew Kellen Moore, you know what I'm saying, he's good at that. And I think with these weapons we got, I think I think it's gonna work out for us. You know what I'm saying? And then we're gonna have a little mix of Nick Sirianni offense in there, 10% maybe. But don't get me wrong, they already said Kellen Moore, he ain't got to take back seat to Nick Sirianni at all. Him and Vic is control of offense and defense.
I
And
said
I get
Vic
what you're
been
saying about Vic. Vic, he changed the defense. I hope he changes the defense. But it's a couple of things I'm skeptical on, and that's our outside rushers. You know what I'm saying? We signed the guy from the Jets. I forgot his name. Yeah, that quick.
Huff.
And we got Sweat on the other side, who this is last year. I mean, we basically wanted to trade his ass because he wanted a new contract, and then he was like, "Nah, okay, I'll play." We came back, and we got the two backup, Nolan Smith from Georgia, kind of small, but he bulked up, and he really ain't standing out. I mean, I hear a couple things he got to the quarterback, but it ain't nothing how my boy was doing, who we traded to the Jets. You know what I'm saying? And then we got Brandon Graham, old man, coming off the other edge, another backup. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have to depend on our interior. And I think
Yeah,
we're
so
gonna have can I finish? On the interior with Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis and Milton Williams. I think they're gonna have to get to the quarterback also. But go ahead, man. Ted, go ahead and say what you want to say.
I was gonna ask how y'all gonna use Devin White.
I mean, he a linebacker. I mean, Devin. I mean, that's what Vic Fangio said. This is
He
what
a
he said
liability
his.
in coverage.
This what he said yesterday in his the conference thing. He said his defense it's got to have a good inside linebacker, and it's gonna be between Devin White and Zach Bond, not what's that motherfucking name?
Kobe Dean.
Yes, not N'Kobe Dean. He been
I know
getting his
your team
ass
better than you do. God
smoked.
damn.
He been getting smoked in the past
That-
cover.
And that's why I was asking because I know Devin White. He kind of a liability in coverage too. I feel like the only
Well,
linebacker
he
y'all
been
got.
doing good. He been doing good.
I feel like the only linebacker y'all got that can actually cover is the rookie Trotter Jr.
Jeremy Trotter Jr. been doing pretty good in training camp, but he
Oh,
eventually might start. But right now, it's gonna be between Devin White and Zach Bond. You know what I'm saying?
oh,
That's who it's gonna
I don't know
be.
why I thought Trotter was hurt. Was he banged up like early in camp or something?
Nah, he just no, he wasn't hurt. He had a cramp. He had one of them
Okay.
LeBron camp cramps. You know what I'm saying? In the playoff. You know what I'm saying? He was hurt, but he came back in. They held him out for the rest of it. But he came back the next day. So as far as linebackers, that's one of our weak positions, but they're hoping to get a lot out of Devin White and Zach Bond. So and hopefully N'Kobe Dean, he just what he said. I'm glad the pads on. Now you can see what I'm worth. But he been getting smoked in pass coverage. I mean, he got to the quarterback a couple times, but pass coverage, you know what I'm saying? The running back been smoking him, man. So
Mm.
I don't know. We'll see how he do. Any other
Rogers or
questions?
Ringo? Rogers or Ringo?
Right now it's Rodgers. Rodgers is tight. Rodgers and Ringo is
So you think they gonna be able to hold that second cornerback spot there?
oh yeah. And Kenyon Mitchell gonna be in the slot. Yeah.
What about Vontae Maddox?
Devontae Madden's gonna come off the bench. Matter of fact, he might play safety. He's a movable piece. He can play slot corner and he can play safety. Right now, with all the hurt, a lot of people hurt in the safety. Like I was saying, Sidney Brown. Uh, who else? We got a lot of people hurt on safety. Now, right now, Maddox, he's playing back there too, and Bradbury, they got him playing on first team now.
I
So,
ain't really seen much about y'all training camp other than y'all defense kind of struggling a little bit.
now, first of all, our defense is not struggling. It's our offense just being super right now. They
Okay,
unstoppable, bro.
okay,
That's all it is. You know what I'm saying? You can't say my defense struggling. They
Wait,
doing their thing, and plus the defensive coordinator Vic, he's moving pieces around everywhere. You know what I'm saying?
when
That
y'all
what he said. He said he moving. Yeah,
when y'all
he
first
just trying
preseason
to see
game?
what he got. Tomorrow night against Baltimore Ravens. Yeah.
y'all didn't do joint practices.
Nah, we got one next week. So, but we didn't do joint practice. We the one invented joint practice. So
Bless you.
just saying.
I'll be allergic to that bullshit too.
You'll be what?
No, go ahead.
Okay. All right. So Cowboys. So tell me what you optimistic about, homie.
All right.
And please fill in about CeeDee Lamb. But go ahead.
Let me start by saying I have not been paying attention to training camp that much so far. So yeah.
Yeah, well, okay.
But thank you for saving the best for last. America's team, the Dallas Cowboys. What am I optimistic about this year? First off, I would say I am optimistic about our offensive line. We lost Tyron Smith, replaced him with Jordan Morgan. I think that's going to be. I think he'll hold up, and we lost our center to Biotish.
Lost enough.
Yeah. So we got some places to fill, but I think we'll be fine. I'm optimistic our offensive line will be okay. I'm actually optimistic that our run game is going to be okay. There's a lot of people that like laughing at our run game.
Oh, I'm
I mean, I get
laughing
it.
like a
I would laugh at it too, honestly. You got the unexpected, I guess. I mean, Rico Dowdle's a solid running back. He's out of the University of South Carolina. Go Gamecocks. And then you got Ezekiel Elliott, who's also there. I mean, he's going to spell him for a little bit. I don't know who's going to be the starter, but I think as a 1-2 tandem, I think they'll be okay.
Well, right now they got
Who's
Zeke
the one?
number one on the depth chart.
Yeah, they got Zeke as one right now, but
And I got like what 8 running back?
we got a few for now. Cause we got what's his name too, Little Deuce.
God.
22.
But no. And then I am optimistic that our defense will stay. We'll say top 10. We'll say top 10. Yeah, I think Mike Zimmer's going to come in and kind of change some things up, but make it worth switching up. Well, we didn't really switch up our defensive line, really. I think just we're going to be at a base 4-3, I think, this year. So I think that'll help. And then I think our run game is going to be a little bit better. We gotta add some more. This is where it's optimistic and a pessimistic side, I guess you say. Because I also think we need to add more size on our defensive line. I mean, like our interior defensive linemen are like 280 to 330.
What about Monty Smith? Is he going? How is he going to pan out?
He ain't starting.
Okay.
But I think defensive line is where one of the spots is pessimistic and optimistic. Linebackers, I am indifferent. I am pessimistic on our cornerbacks until I see what happens. I think
is what's name healthy?
Yeah, Diggs is playing.
He's
healthy.
Yeah.
So we'll have Diggs and Bland because we don't have Gilmore anymore. And we'll still have Jordan Lewis. So I mean, we'll have a solid secondary. I think we'll be okay. Like I said, we'll be top 10. The offense is where most of my pessimism comes from. Well, I mean, there's only 2 of us in this group that's gonna be top 10. But yeah, offensive wise, only Eagles and Dallas, of course. And then offensive wise,
you doing defense?
Yeah, defense.
I think my defense better than yours, to be honest.
Really?
I know my front 7 better than yours. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah, he goes to this every time. So
all I'm gonna say is we'll see when the game comes around. Hey, when that L comes back on your record.
Hey, you think Zimmer gonna move Parsons the way Quinn did?
I think he should. I think it helps that you mean like between like outside linebacker and DT?
I mean, and even all along the line, you might have saw move the center on some downs.
I think he will. Because I think that's what makes him more effective, that he can play in different areas on the line.
And I agree that he should.
Swap him in.
I definitely agree that he should. I was asking the question because I know Zimmer can be a little rigid, So what's the talk, coming to the camp? Is he moving around? Or they got him like planted at that left end, or
Like I said, haven't been paying much attention to training camp this year.
That's
my fault. Yeah. I'll get back to you on that.
So what about CeeDee? How you feel about?
Yeah, I was just reading a comment about from Jaret Jones where they asked him tonight if he was basically rushing to get a deal done. Like, did they feel like they're trying to rush to get a deal done? He basically said no. And CeeDee Lamb kind of just laughed at it. So at this point, CeeDee Lamb's getting fined what I think is $50,000 a day he misses. So I don't know how long he's going to hold out. At this point, like I said, Jerry doesn't seem like he cares, but we got too much We got too many money issues we got to worry about. We got Dak, we got CeeDee, we got Micah coming up. Like we got a lot we got to take care of.
You think he'll
Well,
sit
So
out
I
some
don't know.
games?
CeeDee,
Yeah.
he seems like the type of person that would
Mm.
to make a statement.
can't afford it.
That's what part of my pessimism came in too, was the wide receivers on our team. Like, don't get me wrong, I like Brandon Cooks, but like we didn't utilize Brandon Cooks the way we should have last year. CeeDee, yeah, obviously I like CeeDee, but we got to see what happens with that contract. And our number 3, God, who is our number 3? Because I thought it was going to be Jalen Brooks, but it's not.
Tolbert,
Number
ain't it?
3 what?
Jalen Tolbert, yeah, like that could go anyway. Like I think, like I said, it could have been Jalen Brooks, it could be Jalen Tolbert. Like, but the wide receivers are where I'm worried the most. Quarterback, God, Dak, bro. Dak needs to sign some kind of just like he can take a pay cut at this point. Like he got his money the last time. He can take a pay cut to make sure.
Pay cut for Jaret.
He can. That's what I'm saying. He can take a pay cut this time to get Micah and CeeDee their money. At least try to help to keep the team together, kind of like Mahomes did.
Well, Michael said he's not worried about his contract this year.
Yeah, he's gonna come back.
Yeah, he's not worried about it. He know he's gonna get paid. You don't pay him, you really stupid.
I think one of my things I wish Dallas would have did this offseason was draft a quarterback, because we are in Dak's last year and we are in what's his name, Mike McCarthy's
Trey
last year.
Lance.
So I feel like it sounds weird to say this. I feel like if we don't do anything this year and we have a bad year, we might want to go ahead and kind of be in a rebuilding stage, because you can get rid of your coach, you can get rid of your quarterback. You should have already got a backup quarterback this draft to go ahead and kind of get him set up. I wanted Spencer Rattler out of South Carolina. He went in the 5th round. That would have been the perfect time to pick him up, and he is. As I say, he actually has the line now compared to Carolina. Yeah. So like I wanted them to do that, have a backup. You know what I'm saying? Let him get used to the speed of the NFL, and then let Dak walk next year, man. It's not like Dak's a bad quarterback, but he's also not the quarterback to take you all.
I got an unconventional question.
Go ahead.
If you don't mind. So we want to know who is y'all capologist? Because like we look at teams like the Eagles and the 49ers, and somehow they able to pay like multiple $100 million contracts. But then you look at the Cowboys, it's like they not able to pay nobody. Like what's like Dak, and then they can't, and then they got to lose people because of the cap. It's like, man, who's managing this cap?
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what they're doing over there, because I ask myself the same question all the time. I'm just like, bro, how do we, like last year, looking at the Eagles picking up everybody. And I'm saying, like, why can't we get anybody? So I'm saying the same way. I'm like, what are we doing that's keeping us from making these type of moves? Because like the past few years in off season, Jerry's kind of like in his head, like, we don't need to change. And I think it's more so they don't want to spend the money because they can't spend the money. But he's trying to make it seem like we're fine the way we are. You know, like, as I said, I think at this point you're not gonna have a lot of, well, I mean, I was gonna say big name key players, but like very valuable skill players that you're gonna be able to like have to pay. So at this point, maybe go to rebuild, but rebuild for us is not like rebuild for the Giants in Washington. Rebuild for us is like, okay, we're still a 8-win team.
We're like a retool,
we're just trying
not a rebuild.
Yeah, we'll say retool. Yeah.
You think retool without a quarterback?
I think if you got the right system around them and the right players around them, you can retool without a quarterback.
So you throw Trey Lance in that system, y'all going to the playoffs.
I said the right quarterback in that system.
Oh,
That's like saying like Jordan Love up in Green Bay. Like no one thought he was gonna be like that, but you put him in the right system with the right coaching and the right players around him. It's surprising people.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like any quarterback that sit behind somebody that great, that talented, going is destined for some kind of success.
Any quarterback
like Eli Manning.
That's behind somebody that sit behind somebody like he sat behind Aaron Rodgers, or how
Aaron Rodgers sat behind Favre.
Yeah. And you sit behind that a quarterback that talent for that long, I feel like you destined for some type of success.
You picking
Didn't
up
Daniel
something,
Jones
you
sit
know.
behind Eli? Eli's a Hall of
No,
Famer, right?
no. Daniel Jones started his like 3 games into his rookie year.
Huh?
I know, but it don't.
Yeah, Daniel Jones started like 3 games into his rookie year. I'm saying like you actually sit a couple years behind and learn from a quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Like in that same system, he's showing you the ropes and everything. I feel like they definitely, especially a great quarterback like Jordan Love was set up for.